Derrick does a great job of just trusting me and staying with me, because a lot of quarterbacks, they'll make a first move from the receiver and they'll go on to the next read. And Derrick does a good job of staying with me and letting me use some creativity. And so, but once I catch it, I'm just running scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
if he's mic'd up over here and yelling as he's going down,
like I can see some peripheral, and I see when people are coming, and I am just trying not to get hit hard, especially once I get the first down.
Welcome to the Harvester Sports Podcast. I'm Derrick.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Austin.
I'm Noah.
Tyler's behind the camera. And our special guest today, James Hunter Renfrow, a.k.a.
We saying full
Mr. Goat. Yeah, bro, I had to. My fault.
But the first time I saw a picture of this man in a Raider outfit when he was a kid, he had a Jerry Rice Raiders jersey on.
Seriously?
Yeah, well, he was on the Raiders at the time, so
He sent me
gotta
that,
support
and
the
then he
boys.
said that for a class project, he said the theme, like the
the autumn wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I recited
So you've always
poetry.
been a Raider wide receiver guy.
Yes.
Love that.
Nice.
And then
Absolutely.
and I was like, oh, you should get 100 jerseys. I'd rather die than get 100 jerseys.
Jerry Rice or Hunter Renfrow go?
Oh, Hunter Renfrow in a heartbeat.
Hey.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. You only speak facts on here.
How many years did Jerry Rice play for the Raiders?
Like
Ty,
two or three.
get our stat guy on.
I think it was
Hey, but he was-
Don't worry, we won't know in 45 minutes.
Yeah. He'll tell us at the end of
Oh,
everything.
he was clean, I think, with the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
I think Randy
He's up
was,
on the
though.
wall.
Randy.
Really?
When we come out for games,
Well,
he's right there.
Gru was coaching him.
Really?
Yeah.
He was with
Yeah.
Tim Brown. They were
Tim
together,
Brown.
right?
Tim Brown and him are on the same team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's their quarterback?
Rich Cannon.
Come on, bro.
If you tell me,
I could have been an MVP.
if you
Stop.
if you tell me the running back was Marcus Allen, I'll
Good
throw him
throw
up.
him.
No. No.
Yeah, the quarterback is Bo Jackson.
come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's his
Bo
ball.
Jackson.
Oh, he had 3 seasons.
3 seasons. Wow,
That's
good
quick,
job, Ty.
That was really quick.
Late 90s?
Yeah, 94, 80,
Yeah.
88.
Mid-
Late 90s, 93, 92.
Or you just said 88.
He said 94, 88. 89.
What
Ty.
are you
We time
saying?
traveling
Ty.
now?
Bowl. This is the Super Bowls.
Ty.
I know my stuff.
The worst stat guy ever. We didn't ask about his Super Bowls. We asked when did he
He
play
played
for the
for
Raiders.
3 years, from 1976 to 1999.
You know, I think Ty can't hear us.
any sense. You're right.
Using Wikipedia, aren't you?
It was late 90s, early 2000s, bro.
I think it was, yeah.
JerryRiceFootball.com. You know that? Ready to get some questions for our boy?
Yeah, bro. Hunter, thank you for coming on, bro. We appreciate it. So, started off Clemson,
Yeah.
great team. You were there initially as a walk-on, and then you ended up catching the national championship game-winning catch, which was lit.
Who was covering you?
That does not matter, because this will be seen publicly.
But it was man coverage. Let it be known. What tell us about that transition from going from a walk-on to then being at the Mountain High of college football.
Yeah, for me, I was always a Clemson fan, and
Really?
I think that's my mom went there, my granddad went there. I had a bunch of family members that went to Clemson,
Yeah.
and so playing in the front yard, growing up, my dad was a high school coach. I'd always envision, getting out there with 3 seconds left on the basketball court, hitting the game-winning shot in the national championship or NBA championship, whatever it is. And so growing up a Clemson fan, I just dreamed about being able to do that one day and doing it for Clemson.
Man.
And so starting out as a walk-on and every being on scout team and playing against those guys every day really gave me confidence to be able to go out there and do that. And so whenever we won the national championship in 2016 and I was a part of it, I can remember after the game just standing there and basically in awe.
Yeah.
And just looked around and was just like, this is unbelievable. Like, this is a dream come true. This is what this is what you tell people about, achieving your dreams and stuff like that. So it was unbelievable for me.
Right. Was your phone blowing up after that game?
I think I had like 350 text messages. Like within by
That he
midnight.
still has not answered.
Yeah, it probably still says 350 on his text
No,
message.
no. Look. It's the most annoying
Stop
thing
it.
ever.
We have any guesses? What do y'all think?
54. No,
54?
52. I
On
like
red.
52.
I'll say 18.
Unread?
Unread.
You look like a 118 kind of guy.
Okay.
I'm going 94.
Close. You're only 200 off.
291.
Okay.
91
Get that.
unread messages.
There we go.
Dang.
You just big timing all these people.
You know, I had another big game this week. Some text. This is a bye week, though.
Hey, don't play
Yeah.
so well, and you won't get as many text messages.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a bye week, so I'll go and respond to most of them, and probably have 100 more within the next 4 hours.
Dang, bro, he's kind of talking, bro. He's going, yeah, man.
Yes.
Well, the problem is I haven't changed my phone number.
Since he was like 8.
I've always had the same one, and so
So you have like people you played like youth football with
yeah.
hitting you up.
But I don't want to lose that part of my life, and so I don't want to change my number because
What a just a
Such a good
homegrown-
person.
Yeah,
deep, bro.
right.
That's
Like,
deep.
like
just a-
once I change that number, I'll never get I'll never have Bobby from JV football
Listen.
texting me.
when I
I'll
got
never
a
think
million,
about it
Bobby
again.
not gonna hit me. You know what I mean? Bobby gotta go.
He's still got like
Oh,
his
no.
junior high girlfriend's phone number in there, bro.
He said, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Man,
So that Clemson team that won the national championship, if that team was playing in the NFL, what's its record? Is it gonna win any?
It'll win a
games?
few, yeah, absolutely. At least 2. I give us 2.
Call out which 2 teams.
Is
that
it the
beat
Raiders?
No, I'm not going to say, but we're not beating the Raiders, especially not now. But I think like a week 15 team that hasn't won a game or won one game has no chemistry, has no motivation, no momentum.
So if the morale is really, really
Yeah,
low,
yeah, exactly. Play on a college
There is
field.
no chance.
Bro, yes, there is. The thing is, too, you got to think the biggest difference is the O-line and D-line, right? And we had 4 top 3 round draft picks from that team. 3 of them in the first round.
I understand where you're coming from, but that college, taking a college team and putting it up against the speed and the intensity and the game playing of an NFL team has no chance to win.
That's what you think. That's because you went to Fresno State.
got
You had
you
you and
Hey,
Devontae.
he's fucking
You
Fresno.
and Devontae. We had T, Mike, Deshaun, me. I mean, I'm not that much better. T's not that much better. Mike's
Yeah,
not that
come
much
on.
better. Deshaun's not that much better.
Stop
Christian
it.
Wilkins, Dexter Lawrence, Cleveland Farrell. I mean, List
Great
goes on.
is a great list of people. They have no chance. You might lose by 40.
maybe we might. And we might. And we lost by almost 40 to the Falcons last year.
We did. Okay, I rephrase. You might lose by 8.
Okay.
Why would
Be
you
like
bring
that.
up old stuff like that, bro?
man. Hey,
That hurt both our hearts.
tell me why I went.
Yeah.
No, because we were we invited him. Like the first time he can't watch the Raider game with us, he can't watch the Bears game with us.
Yeah.
Now it was just dad just sitting there like this. Like that, bro. It's rough.
Yes.
But thank you for that thought-provoking question.
He got a little heated. I can tell. He's a little mad.
I just believe in our team. We had a good team.
Man, well, speaking of good teams, this has nothing to do with the good team. But do you ever think Darren Waller's going to feature you on a song? And if he does, what's the title of the song?
and what's your rapper name gonna be?
Yeah. If it's not Lil
You're
Goat,
gonna have to help me with the rapper name.
Is floppy?
Floppy.
Floppy. So Floppy generates from
From
Hunter has like 7 Xbox accounts, and he just signs in different ones, and he'll join the party.
I think the thing is Hunter has 47 relatives.
That's the thing.
That
yeah.
might be it. That might be
They
it.
My
all
uncle-
play Xbox.
My
Yeah.
uncle is Floppy.
Someone's Floppy Renfrow,
Yeah.
and
My
they join
uncle
the
is
party.
Floppy.
That's the best name I've ever
It's-
seen. It is the best name ever.
And so now it's stuck with Hunter, and he's Floppy.
Yeah.
Probably, Floppy Renfrow. The rap song would be Mr. Flop.
Mr. Flop,
Could
make
you
it
imagine?
drop.
Could you imagine?
Him on a song?
Oh, I could imagine.
Oh,
That'd be great.
You know,
You'd make a lot of money.
it would not be good. Foster is on one.
Foster is on one.
he was on a song this year.
Yeah,
He was.
recently.
Was it
He
good?
did it. He did a
With
good job.
Waller,
Solid?
he did a good job.
Yeah.
You think he'd
could
be
get
better
on
than The
there, bro.
Rock's verse in his new song? Or no?
The Rock?
The Rock is on a verse, bro.
That
It's
man
not-
really.
was on Moana. He needs to not rap.
What I envision, what I dream, not hitting that, is having a 3-person, rap with Darren, myself, and Netway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Damon Arnett.
Wow.
It's like a personal dream of mine. So
Wow.
Yeah.
maybe
That
we
would
can
be
make it
a
happen.
That's all
hot.
a cook for real. That'd be
That would be a hot
crazy.
one. That would be a hot one.
Yeah. Played in the locker room for
You need to
practice.
hop on a Damian Lillard one. Get your boy to let you on there.
Yeah. Let us win a Super Bowl first.
And then you'll just...
And then I'll just start doing some really crazy stuff.
Just diss tracks.
Because then you can't tell me
Yeah.
anything. You can't tell me.
I'm waiting for you to get like a sleeve, dude. Like a tattoo sleeve.
I would already have had it
Uh-huh.
if Heather would let me.
It was, I know you were looking at the line and stuff. That would have been sick, dude.
You know,
You're gonna be
you went
reckless.
with me on the one I got on my leg.
Yeah. That was so funny
At
watching you get that
at
tattoo.
one moment
Yeah.
on that tattoo, I looked at Austin. I said, "Just give me a second."
No, dude, we were
Is
talking
that
all the
bad?
time.
We were talking the whole time, and I said, "Just."
Because my dad had to work, and I was sitting there with a tattoo, and I'm like, yeah, talking. He's like, just 1 second. And he just went and closed his eyes and just sat there. Like, he just had to lock in, dude. It was the most pain I've ever seen
That's
him in.
Yeah. Do you have any tattoos?
I do not. No.
Would you ever get one?
They just hurt.
Yeah, right.
a big fan
I'm
of
kind of scared.
Yeah.
I don't like pain.
I have a question for you.
Dang.
Okay.
If we win a Super Bowl,
Okay.
what are like the first 3 things you're doing
Okay.
after? Like you said, you might hit up Damian Lillard, like something like that.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
number 1 is coming on Harvard Sports Podcast. So
Yeah, that's
second,
Yeah.
third, and fourth.
The trophy will sit here.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Okay. The trophy, for the record, if that day ever comes, when that day comes, it's coming home with me. And they can try and fight me for it, but it is coming to my house that night.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
I'll fist fight anybody for that. Okay. Second is me and Hunter are going to take one of my cars down the strip. And he's going to hang out the window and hold
Be
that beast
rolling.
up.
And let that
Yeah.
thing.
Rolling
Yeah. And then we're going to play golf with it.
with Tiger
Play
Woods.
with it?
Tiger
with
Woods.
Tiger Woods.
I think
He's a Raider fan. And
Is he?
Tiger, please.
Yeah.
We'll bring the trophy.
You trying to golf with Tiger?
Yes.
I would cry for you if you golf with Tiger.
I don't know if
I saw
I
this
wouldn't
thing.
even want to play. I just want to watch him. Like,
Yeah.
I just watch you play.
Would you rather play Augusta National by yourself with
Okay.
nobody else,
Okay.
and I'll even add something to it, and like you'd make a hole in one, be the round of your life,
Okay.
or would you rather play like semi decent golf at your local municipal golf course
Yeah.
with Tiger Woods?
Oh, Tiger Woods without a doubt for me.
Yeah, you got to give me Tiger.
You wouldn't take the round of your life at Augusta?
No, because if I play with Tiger, there's a chance I could play at Augusta someday.
It's,
Man.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
giving a fish or teaching a man how to fish. I can learn so
That's
much
right.
from Tiger.
Listen to this, man.
Yeah.
What would you
he's
do,
deep.
Hunter?
He's deep.
What would your
Yeah.
3 things be after Super Bowl?
3 things.
Well, Tiger Woods was one of them.
For sure.
We're shooting our shot.
Yeah.
We'll probably shoot it before.
Bro, who do you think
Yeah,
wins?
yeah.
Out of these 2, who wins the MVP or the Super Bowl MVP? Is it Hunter or is it Derrick?
The man went 31 for 34 last.
Yeah. Hey, 91%, my boy.
It's happened 3
You
times.
see the career high? It said
Derrick's done it
Rich
twice.
again, Derrick. That's what it said.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Let's get back to Hunter.
Drew's got you though.
3 things.
Drew does have me.
Derrick.
Yeah.
Derrick.
He was 96. Yeah.
Yeah.
3
What do
things. You
think,
said.
Hunter?
Mississippi Thunder.
No, Drew's got me.
Well, that's one of them.
Yep.
And then going down the strip with Derrick with the
Who else
Lombardi
joked
trophy.
about that?
Yeah.
Joked. I've been dead serious. This is the highlight of my life. And third be. I don't know.
You have to buy yourself a first class ticket.
Oh, yeah.
We will make a little bit more money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need to do that. This man, it's like pulling teeth to get this man to valet.
Dude, the other night we had to valet, and it was not worth it because we stayed.
It was not worth it.
Yeah.
I give you that.
We had to wait for 20 minutes to
It was weird.
get our car back.
For your
But
car?
Hunter keeps his hand on his wallet. He's careful with his money.
yes,
Yeah.
I don't like
yes.
spending.
Every
money.
time we play golf, like he's like, all right, I got it.
No.
It's like that?
No, it's not.
Fumbling around trying to find his wallet. Oh, it's somewhere.
You didn't have to do that.
Hey, Hunter's number 1 thing he's spending on his Fortnite skins. That's the number 1.
It is
V-Bucks.
V-Bucks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
V-Bucks.
Does V-Bucks, it just takes a lot out, right?
Um,
You just,
yeah, it's like an
you're
auto
going
draft.
through them. Yeah.
yeah.
I feel that. They come out with like the best dances for like
And you
a 2-day stretch, and you spend $100.
They do a great job because they give you a limited time of when you can buy the dances. So every day you have
Right.
to get on,
Yeah.
and then the game is free. So every $20 you spend, you're like, well, I didn't pay for the game.
Right. $1,000
House
later,
money
you're like,
here.
Yeah, but
This
now
game,
he's bought the game 50 times now.
Yeah.
That's the Madden Ultimate Team.
Oh, yeah. They got us last year.
Dangerous.
Remember, they got us, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just secretly, I'll buy coins. And they banned me. I was like,
I also
oh,
got
bro.
banned.
You got
from
banned
bro.
for life.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They let me play for the team for 1 day. They said, you know what? Have your little fun. And then the next morning I woke up ready to play Madden. It's like, nah, you're good, bro.
Is it
Yeah, you
honestly like speaking to that though? Madden, Fortnite. is it that hard for them to just punch some little codes and just give us some coins? You know what I mean? Like,
It's not.
it's not that hard.
No.
Ronnie
not
2K
that hard.
hooks us up. Ronnie's the
Ronnie
goat.
2K is the man.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie 2K is the
Ronnie's a
man.
dope.
Ronnie's the
Ronnie's a
goat.
dope.
He has been very helpful.
Yeah.
You know what we might need on our rec team? We might need a Hunter shooting guard. That might be the move, bro.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm a
Are you a
basketball
2K
player.
guy?
I mean, I had it in college, but I mean, probably I probably don't play enough to.
I know
have it.
you are one of the, I can't say the best. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but you're a very talented right wing.
I am.
I must say that.
I
I must
am
say
good
that.
right
In NHL 22, it's pretty impressive.
It's the
The team
hottest
need-
battle on the team.
The team
It
needs me
is.
a lefty sometimes, though.
The team does.
Who plays
for
lefty?
team morale?
More for team morale than points.
It's yeah.
Who plays left D usually?
So
Don't tell his
It's-
dad.
Ty,
No.
Dave's
Ty's a great goalie, though.
Dave, no, dead serious. Dave is the Hall of Fame right defensive man.
yeah. I've never seen a better one in my
It's,
life.
and he's only getting better.
Yeah, and the left wing's been cemented. Obvious. Captain cemented for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Only because of heart issues.
And
If I wasn't the captain at the center, I'd just.
Jake for Halloween needs to be an NHL player and just have the goalpost strapped to his chest. 'Cause that man is unbelievable.
everywhere he walks,
Yeah.
goalpost is with him.
Yeah,
It's
goalpost.
impressive.
That is funny.
He's always between the puck and the goal.
Would that
It's
be
unbelievable.
your number one game right now? Like, if you had to choose one game, is it Fortnite?
Yeah.
Is it NHL? What is it?
Probably I don't know. Fortnite and NHL are 1A, 1B.
Yeah. What's your
Call of Duty and then FIFA probably.
where are you landing at? Fortnite. What's your spot?
Fortnite. Well, Derrick always leaves us.
Yeah, this man would be
Hold
like,
on.
right?
Well, that's the when we play like PUBG and stuff.
Go
He'd
ahead.
be like, "Hey, drop here," and this man's
Yeah.
on the far left and all the loot. I'm like, "All right, man."
Go ahead. I'll let you guys speak and then I'll have my time.
I've just for a man that preaches team,
Yeah.
I've never seen a more
It
individual.
is a little odd. It is a little odd because he is a great teammate.
He is. He's a
When he
phenomenal
gets together
teammate.
with us.
Yes,
But
and
he
it's
likes
like
he
magic.
likes to go and get his own loot, make his own money, and then come back and hang out with us.
And then he comes back. Oh, hey guys,
Yeah.
what's up?
I'm here again.
And this man will have the best guns in the game, but we win, so I can't argue with him. That's the hard part.
The
Yeah.
point of the game is to survive.
I'm with you.
That's why I land. There's a certain spot that I wish Fortnite would call Derrick spot. Because I have landed there 1,000 consecutive times and still no one has ever landed there with me.
Sure.
And it is goated,
Yeah.
but no one lands there except me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell anyone else because if anyone else shows up there, I'm going to freak out. But the reason I do it is because you guys go to these hot spots. And I know you guys go to these hot spots.
I'm sorry, I just have faith in my team. It's
Yeah.
all right.
As long as we stay together. If we're all wrong, we're all right.
And then I just know that the game is to survive. So I'm going to come and be the hero, get the cards, get you guys back up. I'll feel good, you know.
Yeah.
He likes to run around by himself
He
so everybody
does.
can watch him.
I don't like sharing.
Yeah.
Don't ever try to axe a tree if he's already axing it.
Yeah. Don't. And don't
That's-
pick up a
It's a hate
P90.
crime.
If
Yeah.
you pick up a P90,
Well, that's like telling
Exactly.
Tiger, okay, you got to play with left-handed clubs.
Can't get a
Like,
singer anymore.
bro, give Tiger his wedge.
I'm for it though.
Yeah.
Hunter's a marksman with a burst. Give him a burst.
I won't reveal Derrick's spot, but if Derrick goes to his spot, we either go to Craggy or Steamy, and Derrick's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Why does he know? He knows all the names.
Absolutely.
All of them.
That's a
Hunter,
good
were you heartbroken and emotional when they got rid of Tilted Towers?
Tilted was a special
man.
place in my heart. You know what I love to do in Tilted? Is
Let's hear it.
I would go to the main building,
Uh-huh.
and under the stair. So we call it Trump Tower, and you go right into the bottom of it. And you remember the damage traps?
Oh
You
yeah.
put a
Yes,
damage
yeah.
trap, and there's 2 doors,
Uh-huh.
and people would just get smashed. And you hide under the stairs, so it hit them for like 100 with
Oh,
the damage
yeah.
trap, and then you shotgun them with the tack.
What a,
He's got this. And if you get circle, it's over.
Got that meta strat.
you could sit in there the whole time theoretically.
I mean, yes, and I did it for probably a year straight, every night. Yeah.
How much, if you conservatively, how much real life time have you spent under the stairs at Tilted?
Ooh.
Is it 2 a day yet? Have you been a full 24 hours in real life time?
Probably close. It probably is. In college, yeah. I was looking the other day at stats, and I was at like 9,850 games.
Oh my
Played in
goodness.
Fortnite.
Played in Fortnite since,
Wow.
I guess,
Wow.
I guess I was a sophomore in college. Junior in
This
college.
season. No, I'm just kidding.
It's the past 6 months.
So,
Wow.
so that's what, 4 years?
Ty, how long is that?
5 years.
9,000. No, right now 9,850 games.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So 5 years. So divide that by 5. We're gonna do a little math. 9,850 games
How many games
divided
per
by
day?
5 years.
Ty.
And that should be around
What's
what?
the win ratio looking like?
17.
Yeah,
How
are you in
many-
these games for like a while, or are you dropping the first like 10 guys out?
Yeah. How many? How many
Depends
dubs
who
are
I'm
you
with.
catching?
That's what I'm with. 1970. So I'm playing around 1970 a year. Divided that by 365.
Okay, controversial.
Wow. Where this is a daily average.
Okay.
He's playing 5 games a day.
I'm playing 5.5 games a day.
That's a lot,
Over the
bro.
span of
Hey,
5 days.
that's including potentially
So-
Sunday, Monday, and Thursday too.
Yeah.
Right.
For your
That
point,
is
for your
true.
point,
That is
I
interesting.
usually get out with the first 10 then probably.
Oh,
I probably
dang.
don't make it to the end. That would
Wow. That's a
That'd
lot
be
of games a
30.
day.
be most of my day.
Yeah.
That's
No,
impressive.
do you have like? I think we've talked about we were talking about earlier about like his favorite games and stuff. Do you have a favorite like throw so far or a favorite game for you, like in the NFL?
For me personally or Derrick?
For you personally.
Favorite game? Against Houston, my rookie year, I had my first touchdown. Was pretty cool. And then later that year, we played the Chargers and the Broncos, and I had my first 100-yard game ever in the history of my life.
Really?
Not in practice, not in backyard football, nothing. Not in high school, not in college,
Not on the playground?
not on the playground. Never had 100 yards receiving.
Wow.
And so that was my first, and I had them back-to-back games.
Wow.
So that was pretty special.
Do you
I
get to
felt
keep
the real
that ball at all, or no?
The Houston one,
You kept?
I did. Tyrell Williams went up and grabbed it after
that's
I
sick.
threw it to the ground. So it was a great teammate
That's
for
your guy.
that.
That's a good guy.
Yeah.
I actually, there's a story you could probably talk about more. I remember the Charger game you scored, and a certain teammate came down to celebrate with you.
Fortnite dance.
Yeah, to preface this, we had been doing this Fortnite dance called the Billy Bop for months at this point.
Actually.
For months.
500 V-Bucks.
And and I think you said, or somebody said when you scored, you're going to do it. And Derrick, you can kind of take it from there.
Yeah, so we run a choice route. Obviously, giving him a lot of options is a good idea.
Yep.
He breaks in. I throw it to him. He breaks a tackle, outruns the safety. I'm like, dude, pumped because I just got a long touchdown on a 5-yard pass. I'm running down there. I'm like, dude, I'm about to hit the Billy. I'm thinking about hitting the Billy. And he's like, punched me in the chest and ran off. I was like,
Oh, man. Nerves. It's
I was nervous. Yeah,
that's
nervous.
fair. That's
Just
fair.
it was a big moment for me.
It's fair. A lot of people are watching.
Yeah,
Dancing in public is hard for people.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
Raider fans around, even though we were playing at the Chargers.
Pretty usual.
Yes.
As it usually happens, yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
usual. So
Yeah.
this is kind of on the same topic. If you're breaking long touchdowns and making people look just silly, how hard is it to get cleats made for the goat hooves?
Yeah.
that you have?
You
On your
don't
feet?
understand
Wow.
Dad's excitement when he sees you like tiptoeing on the sideline. He's never been happier in his life, bro.
His face lights up.
He's yelling, "Go, go, hooves, go, hooves!"
He does everything a quarterback wants.
Yeah.
He gets extra yards when he makes a 3-yard catch.
Mhm.
He'll get 15. He breaks the first tackle every time. He's best in the NFL at that, by the way. And he always makes the second guy miss somehow.
Yeah.
He's always available. He's always finishing friendly. He never leads you into a bad window on a choice route. He does everything right.
Right.
So just give him his gold jacket already.
That's exactly what we say. We've never seen like an aggressive spike either. He just gently hands it to the ref.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
My receiver coach was actually asking me to do something next game.
Yeah.
He was tired of me just flipping it. He makes like a swag tape
Yeah.
that we watch on Wednesdays
Yeah.
or Thursdays.
Yep.
And I'm never a part of it. So
You can't even get like a first down, like one of those.
that might be my first thing.
That's
But
the most
we'll
explicit
see.
you can get.
I need a taunting penalty out of you, bro. Like,
I need
Yeah.
to spike it.
yeah.
I mean,
Hit the
everybody's
dude.
getting taunting penalties now. You might as well get one too.
Derek's laughing about him getting one until he actually gets one, and then Derek's just depressed.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't
Keep
do
right
it.
here, keep right here.
Hey, stay right here. Yeah, stay here. Don't get to it. Stay right here.
Right here.
Because I think there's that one route that we've seen now. I think it's the China route, and watching you run that is so funny. Also, we're at the house, dude.
It's funny to me.
That just going, oh no, oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's mind blowing to see like elite level defenders try to guard you. And I personally tried at the park. It was not good for me, as others can attest. But it's amazing to watch how you just make these guys look silly.
Yeah.
And you finish routes, you score touchdowns. What is kind of your mindset when the third down's on the line, you're third and Renfrow? What are you thinking, like,
Yeah,
when your number's called?
I'm always looking at the sticks, just to make sure that, I don't run my routes short. Usually you can tell, you can look at the sideline and see. But a lot of times, Derrick does a great job of just trusting me and staying with me, because a lot of quarterbacks, they'll make a first move from the receiver and they'll go on to the next read. And Derrick does a good job of staying with me and letting me use some creativity. And so. But once I catch it, I'm just running scared, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
if he's mic'd up over here and yelling as he's going down,
like I can see some peripheral, and I see when people are coming, and I am just trying not to get hit hard, especially once I get the first down. Once I get the first down,
that's your job.
I'm getting down.
And then you're good.
Yeah. Unless I can break it, I'm getting down.
We've seen it be close where you've gotten down and they've flown right over you and you just pop up. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Oh, me too. Like I said it earlier on when they interviewed me. I was like, he honestly plays football like he's playing tag. Like just don't touch me, and it's a beautiful thing.
That's the best depiction I can
More
see.
kids need to play tag.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you play tag growing up or something?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's like when you stand on a rock and push everyone off at LCC church. That's what we would do.
What is that?
Oh, yeah.
That's that game.
What?
There's a big rock
Is it
at the
big?
church we grew up in,
Yeah.
and that the most dominant person would stand on top of
Alpha.
that.
Why'd you
The
point at
alpha.
yourself?
It's just natural. And these little kids will come up and you just don't let them up.
No way.
We play that after church because everyone knew when they looked around that church who was going to be on top.
Right.
I said, I'll see all of you in a second.
Imagine going through
we
a 2-hour
always-
sermon and getting kicked in the face, bro. Anyway, sorry.
We always see what the first round guys and what happens to them in the draft. But what was it like for you getting drafted? Were you at home with your
I
family?
was, yeah. I was at home. Actually, one of my friends, Will Swinney, was there. Mark Caravan was there. Two of my good friends, and we didn't know what to do, so we just went to the park that morning. It was Saturday. I was day 3, so I think the draft started, around 10 or 12, something around then. So all morning we had nothing to do, so we just went to the park and threw football and threw catch and had a good time. And as the day went along, it was kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was going to get drafted.
Mhm.
I thought I could be, anywhere from the 4th to the 7th round.
Yeah.
But, I went to the Senior Bowl and had a good, 49ers were there and Oakland was there, the Raiders. And so I had a good time with them and I just felt good about it. And for some reason, I hadn't even talked to the Raiders that much, but I had a feeling that they were one of 3 teams that were going to call, and they ended up doing it. And it was funny because, me and my wife, if you're a free agent in the NFL, you kind of have a list together of where you'd like to go, where you wouldn't go if you don't get drafted. That way you can, make a quick decision after the draft ends as GMs are calling. And the Raiders were number 1 on the number 1 place not to go. Me and my wife did not want to go to Oakland. We did not want to go to Las Vegas in a year. But it's turned out amazing, and I couldn't be happier that God's put me and Camilla here, and it's worked out. So it's been fun.
So how fast do they get you on a plane? Is it that day or is it that week? How
The first rounders go immediately.
Yeah.
Derrick probably went immediately. Quarterback.
I drove up. I was in Fresno.
Yeah.
Did you really drive up?
Yeah, they're like, we can. It's all right.
I had an extra hat from the Senior Bowl they gave us, and so luckily I had a Raiders hat. I threw it on like I was, part of something. But I think rookie minicamp a week and a half later, maybe 10 days later, is when I went up. So it's cool.
That's
awesome.
It was an
That's awesome.
day. Yeah.
So Hunter, going back to your Clemson days, how do you build? So you're obviously part of great teams, right? Preface it with that. Great teams, you won national championships, multiple, right?
Yeah.
So how do you build the perfect head coach, and why is it Dabo Swinney?
Exactly. That's a good way to put it. I love Coach Swinney.
I do too.
I know. Yeah, we've
Oh,
had
yeah.
tons of conversations, but
Yeah.
he's amazing. I mean, he cares about his players. He wants to win more than anybody. He's passionate. He's passionate about more than just football,
Right.
which is important. I mean, you need people who care about you.
Yeah.
If you just care about one thing and care about winning and care about football, then I don't think you're gonna have guys play hard for you because they know you don't care. So I don't know. I love Coach Swinney. I think whatever he did, whatever he does in life and whatever he chose to do, whether it be the preacher or CEO or, janitor, whatever it is, he would be the absolute best at it. And
Yeah.
So that's why, he's an
I
all
want
around
that
great guy.
Dabo Swinney literally has FaceTimed me or texted me more than like my coaches when I played with
No
in
way.
college. Oh, I promise.
Yeah.
This man FaceTimed me the other day, and it wasn't even anything about Hunter.
He just wants to talk.
He's like, "Hey man, keep it going, man. So proud of you.
Yeah.
Oh, keep it, man. I'm so fired up." I'm like, dude, you getting me fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just that good of a dude.
Yeah.
He's like the best person.
That's awesome.
Like I'd always mess with him. Like Dabo's got y'all brainwashed, man. And then you meet the guy, and you're like, I love this guy.
And you
He's
get
the
brainwashed.
best.
I was like, can I come back and play for you?
Oh no, we actually have a question from a fan, big fan. It was the same one that asked you the question
Okay.
yesterday. Okay, so you might be able to guess who it is. But he wanted to know, does your brain slow down time to allow you to move at superhuman quickness? Because to the naked eye, you shouldn't physically be able to move that way. You do. No disrespect, is what he said.
Do I know this guy?
Yeah, you know him. For
Yeah, you
sure.
definitely know
wow.
this
It's
guy.
definitely related to me.
Okay.
He's the best right defenseman you've ever seen in your life.
Wow. What a legend.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how to respond to that. First of all.
It's usually the questions he asks. Yeah.
How much of when you're sort of making moves, trying to make guys miss, is it you're thinking ahead, like you see that guy coming and you're like, okay, I should do this move to get away? Or is it really just like, get out of the way? If there's a guy
Yeah.
coming, I'm going somewhere else.
I think it's just pure reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you start thinking about stuff, that's why I try not to cram my brain with too much stuff, like, thought processes during the route, or I can tell Derrick can tell you best. Whenever I try to like have a plan with what I want to do with a route or like a choice route, it never goes well.
Yeah.
But if I just react and just play off the leverage of the defense and how they're seeing it, then it works out a good bit of time.
And it just being football, like wide receivers and running backs, y'all getting hit. But like, I think your style of play, do you think it's like even more dangerous since you're moving around that fast and stuff? Are you ever worried about, or do you ever like, is the next day you're just like totally like just laid in bed all day, like just sore?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely sore a little bit, but usually I only get sore a lot of the times whenever I'm punt returning, because these guys are running full speed.
Yeah.
I've done a better job this year of just getting down. My body's felt a lot better.
Is that
after
the
games.
scariest part of every Sunday or Thursday?
I
Monday?
spend a lot of time thinking about that. Before the game.
That's what, I think I remember who it was. I might have been DeAndre Swift, but he said every time he goes back there, he just knows he's like, I'm ready to die right now.
No, I mean, you can always fair catch it,
Yeah.
and whatever, it's a chance to
Yeah.
leave your mark on the game, and
It's
so.
like we were at the game the one time when you took it to the house and they got called back.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most heartbreaking moments ever.
Yeah, it was
We were
heartbreaking.
so pumped, but he took it down the sideline.
Yeah. Yes.
Against the Broncos last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a cool part of the game, but it's different.
It's not for everybody.
It's different looking up and then kind of peeking. And,
They're coming kind of fast.
Derek, when you watch it, are you just like praying, like, please no?
Like, do we put someone else back there?
Yeah.
I'm always asking Coach Bisaccia, like, we'll do like the returners, and I see Jalen Richard, Hunter, Henry Ruggs.
Yeah.
I'm like, do we have any? We got some DBs that can do this.
Right. Pre-game, I saw you close to him when he was catching it, like right before the team came together.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to return it. Would you ever?
I
return
always
a punt?
stand. So actually, true story. In college, my senior year, our starting punt returner was Isaiah Burst. Played in the NFL a while, and he was amazing. And the next guy was a walk-on guy. He was good player, but I always felt like if it was like a crucial situation, this guy's never been back there. He didn't play a lot of offense for us.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if it ever has to happen, I'm going back there if Isaiah gets hurt. So every college pregame, before every game, I would warm up and I'd go over there with the punt returners and I'd catch 2 or 3 punts.
No, you would not.
Promise. Before every college game,
all around athlete.
Right.
I would. It's
Plays
because
baseball.
yeah, played baseball.
Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson,
Yeah.
first one out there.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. But yeah, I would always catch punts. But
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, you're both offensive guys. If you had to play defense, what do you think? Because I know Gronk played
free safety.
safety and he let up that touchdown against the Dolphins
Oh,
like a
yeah,
year or
but-
two ago. Where would you play though?
Gronk, well, he was back there to bat a ball down.
Yeah.
They didn't expect him to go laterally and make a tackle. If he's back there for a jump ball, obviously Gronk.
Yeah. Just gonna win it. Yeah.
But I had free safety for sure.
Yeah.
And I would just be calling out every play. I hear everything, even in our games. I listen for a lot of things sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
But as a defender, I would listen. I'd get used to things, and I'd just start calling stuff out. I think that'd be my greatest asset. Would be my mind, and then obviously I'd give everything I had. Yeah. Hopefully, I'd wake up.
How about you, Hunter? You think you'd play like corner?
No, I'd be a pure cover safety. I wouldn't be tackling. I'd probably be the green dot though.
Yeah.
I'd be the green dot
Yep.
as a safety.
Socrates High School.
I would not come and fill the gap. Can you imagine Derrick
Henry.
Yes. There's no chance.
Micah
Derrick
Hyde
Henry.
does not get enough credit for throwing his body in front of that man. He does not get enough credit.
doesn't?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Bro, that man is 245. Ty?
He's like 6'4", 6'3", 250, 240.
Running 22,
He's just
running
gonna
22
give
miles an hour.
He's going to give every height and weight combination possible.
Yeah. He's running 22 miles an hour.
I'm not touching him.
What?
No
Just so
shot.
you, Derrick, you can hurdle me every time.
Right.
I'm
You
hitting
have
you
to-
in your shoe.
This is me.
Yes.
I'm really trying
Congrats.
to think how it would go.
If you
Well,
hit
because
him,
we've
You'd have to.
If
You
I were to
gotta.
try to fill the hole,
You gotta hit him in the knees.
I would, but he wouldn't even be phased. I don't think.
Yeah.
we've
all
always,
right, put it this way: you have 10 attempts, open field tackle. You and Derrick Henry. Do you make?
And
him-
he's trying to truck us.
And he's trying to truck you.
Maybe
yeah,
one he trips up.
Yeah, maybe one.
Maybe.
I'm not a professional tackler.
Yeah.
This man is.
You
mean,
definitely
no.
are. You definitely
It's
are.
the greatest play I've ever seen in my life.
Ever.
Hunter, that was a great. Legit though, that was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was so
The
sick.
best part is this. There is okay. We're sitting in the locker room, by the way, in a dome with a lightning delay. Okay, we'll talk about that another time. But we're sitting there. This man randomly, as Coach Bisaccia walks by, hey, this is before the game. Okay, I'm sitting here. Hunter's literally right there, and I'm listening. Right, we're sitting there just like waiting, and Coach Bisaccia comes up. He's like, hey, if they try and fake it, and if I feel like they're gonna throw it, do you want me to come up and make the tackle?
No way.
Kid you not?
What
And
did he tell me?
he said, yeah.
He
Right.
said, don't ask me stupid
Oh, that's what.
questions."
Oh, yeah. He said, don't ask me a
The
stupid
answer to.
question. You know the
Yeah.
answer to.
Yeah.
So,
Bro,
what?
game time. Boom. I
did?
said, this man had a word from the Lord.
Seriously?
I forgot about that until you
Yeah.
said that. Yeah.
What,
he did.
what made you say
yeah, like
that?
how'd you know? Like how fast did the pieces go together? That was about to happen.
They had some funky formations that week, and this was kind of like different because we only had 10 people on the field.
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked out like that. It's important to play the game in your mind before you go out there and play.
He did.
Absolutely.
Maybe you would be able to hit Derrick Henry once, man. You're hitting like that.
I'd hit him every
Oh,
time.
let's not
he
get
wouldn't go down.
Let's not
You
get
know
twisted.
he's coming.
We're
but
both
don't
going
he
to
come?
try.
Yeah.
I tried to hit Mike Mitchell in Pittsburgh. He picked up a fumble, and I tried to hit him as hard as I could. And it on TV looked like a normal tackle, and I thought I was giving him everything I had. And my whole shoulder went numb. So I was like, dude.
That's the worst.
That's tough.
Yeah. I think I have like one career tackle, maybe two.
And it was
You got some,
one
you
was
got
Mike
some stiff
Mitchell.
arms in there, though, man. We've seen those.
Oh, yeah. I got a
few blocks.
I got a pancake.
Yeah.
My dog, Weddle. He was so mad at me.
We've always talked. We've always had this like thing where it's like you have two options. Do you think you could stop like prime Adrian Peterson on the one? You're at safety, or do you think you could get the touchdown on the one against like Brian Dawkins? You think you have a better chance of getting the one or like stopping?
I
the
got a
one?
better chance of getting it for sure.
Yeah.
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 Running back, you think?
I'm a jumper.
You're gonna jump over. You're not gonna try to get
You know me.
You jumping high?
It's
I'm going
safer in the
around.
air.
You go to right.
I'm going around.
It's safer in the air.
This man Hunter will run 80 yards to run 1 yard.
Yeah.
But he'll get it.
He'll get it.
Especially
able
with
to
Ryan
score.
Dawkins. Clemson, great, by the way.
Wow, good
Really?
call.
There you go.
I did
Only
not
Hall
know
of
that.
Famer from Clemson.
So Hunter, this kind of goes back to football and everything. And question for you as well. Everyone has like what makes them take their mental edge. What is your edge that you found in football?
Playing free and keeping things simple.
Yeah.
I think, I played so much backyard football as a kid where I just go out there and have the time of my life.
Right.
And I think, people get so worried about, like what they're doing after the game or how they play, how it's going to affect them long term and all this other stuff. Man, I just go out there and I just have fun playing with Derrick, playing with all the guys on our team,
Yeah.
and just playing free. And so that's my mental edge. I never try to overcomplicate things. I probably could watch more film than I do, but I also don't want to have too much in my mind going around. I'd rather just feel it, play it, and then study what I have to do to make myself better.
Yeah, I think for me, my edge has always been mental, at the quarterback position. And I think that my mental edge allows him to be a little bit more free.
Yeah.
You have to have pieces, we talked about this earlier, on a team that fit together. Not a lot of similarities. If we all just didn't watch, as much, or if we all studied way too much, you have too much of the same thing. It's not really a good thing.
Yeah.
He studies a lot more than he gives, lets out. But at the same time, it allows me to put him in situations. It allows me to check the things and get him to where he doesn't have to think, okay, if Derrick gets to this, I'm going to do this. If he gets to this, I know I got this. And, this is a team that does this, and I know I should do this or this,
Yeah.
And he can think more that way, and I can think of the why. I can more put him in that position. So whenever you have guys that can play together and use each other's strengths, I think letting him play free is the best thing we could do. Like Ole on some routes, we'll just draw a whole bunch of lines up there, and he'll be like, Hunter, do whatever you got to do. Just get to that spot when Derrick needs you, and the timing of the play and all of that and the progression. So you have to have coaches that let you play free.
Yeah.
You have to have that, and Gruden definitely let him play free. Ole definitely lets him play free.
Yeah.
EB is a
A
little step by step kind of guy,
Yeah.
but even EB sees what he's special at, and he's like, all right now, Hoss, he'll let you get away with some stuff, and it's good. Yeah, oof. Yeah, he'll let him get away with some stuff, but I think you got to let people be them, you know, and I think that's what makes him free, and what makes me be me. And my edge is the mental side for sure.
It's like we talked with Derrick Hunter like earlier, where I was like, do you feel like sometimes you have to confine to like how like the quarterback should be like a certain thing?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever think to yourself like, oh, I'm not running like a 4 flat 40, or I'm not like 6'3" jumping up there? You know?
No, absolutely. I got to do things that other people don't, that are 6'4" and run 4.3s, and that can are freaks of nature.
Yeah.
I got to outthink them, learn how to you're constantly trying to lie to the DB and tell him and go against his habits.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're trying to always think about, what is the DB thinking if I do this? How is he going to react if he sees this? And so you're always trying to, give him a mental picture that lies to him. And so that's what helped for me. And then Derrick, I would say your strength is, and something that it's been fun to watch and be a part of, is at the end of games, we know you're going to play your best football. Fourth quarter, game on line, 2-minute drive. I mean, he's not messing up. If we don't get it done, it's on us. And that's so fun to be a part of, because this man is intense at the end of games, ready to go.
Especially like even as a fan, like when it's like we're down like however many points at the end of the game, I'm like, oh, we're chilling. Like let's not freak out until there's no time left on the clock. Like we're good until there's 0-0 on the clock.
Like the Kobe mentality.
Well, thank you. I did the same thing though for these kids listening. And my kids do it too, and it's funny. I never taught them this, but I would always be like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
I mean, I still do it in my pool over here shooting hoops by myself, throwing to all right, Dallas, 3, 2, 1. And they're trying to make the catch to win it. There's something about. I got all them reps from when I was a kid.
Right.
Them things matter.
I've never missed either.
Yeah, no.
Because there's always been a timeout, like right
always
before.
been a timeout.
Yeah,
Or
there's a foul.
Or I miscalculated. It's like, oh no, 3, 2, 1. It's always hit
A
it.
little more time on the clock.
I've never missed.
I don't know what Michael's talking about.
That's awesome.
I used to do that in my driveway as a kid, and it didn't help out. It didn't work out for me, but it was all right. glad it worked for y'all, man. Really happy.
Yes, it did, bro.
Bro,
It was just
on the
funny to
golf
say.
course?
It was funny to say.
on the golf course?
Okay.
Game on line, you're going to make the putt.
The most annoying person on the golf course.
Nate.
James Hunter Renfrow.
No, don't.
Nate.
Because every time I hit a good shot.
Let me tell you why it's Nate.
Brandon.
Yeah. But let me tell you why it's Nate.
Why is it Nate?
Because Nate is either going to have the greatest day of his life, and everyone's going to be like, if you're on his team, you'll love it, but if you're not, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then, or he's going to have the worst day of his life.
What are the two indications he's having a worse day?
Shirt untucked, hats backwards.
Yes, absolutely.
If
That's
that
every
happens,
time.
you've won.
Really? That's a
Yes.
bad day for him?
Yeah.
He's,
And I
backwards
joke that
hat,
he's
shirt
not the
untucked.
worst player. I freaking love Nate.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Hunter too, but he says, Brandon.
Every time he hits a good shot, Brandon.
I just wasn't expecting it, to be honest.
It's fair. It's fair.
You're a good player, though.
Thanks, man.
You will be for a long
Our
time.
record against you speaks to that. So
I don't know.
need you
What
to
is
tell
our
me.
record,
I don't
to be
know.
honest? I think it's like 2-2 or something.
I think it is tied.
I think it's tied.
2-2.
Because the first year we won
And a half.
twice, and then y'all won the last two, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we came back strong.
Yeah,
soft season left.
They had us in the first half.
I've been practicing a little bit.
You have. Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of golf, I found a stat since we're talking about golf.
Here it comes.
O.J. Simpson actually,
Oh,
he holds the record for most rushing yards in a game, or per game in one season at 143 in 1973. So like, connecting to golf, like, what do you guys think about that? You know,
I think you're an idiot.
You're dumb, bro.
What are you talking about?
This is what I don't understand, bro. I don't understand.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, of course.
I want to try to make a comparison here.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's a clear comparison. I don't really know how you guys don't understand. But O.J. Simpson holds the record for most rushing yards per game in one season at 143 yards in 1973.
Compare that to golf.
Bro, it's like so many similarities. Like Brandon knows.
I want to see you. I want to hear you compare it.
No, I don't
No,
need
you
to.
compare it. O.J. Simpson
O.J. Simpson.
is in Vegas. Loves playing golf too.
He does
All
golf
of
a
his
lot.
videos
He
on
golfs
his
a lot.
Twitter are-
On golf.
He
Yeah.
does
Golf
a
carts.
lot.
Really?
He actually tucks in the shirt though to play golf.
I'm like,
Yeah. Big. I'm big all the way button guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People aren't professional enough anymore.
That's a look.
He's rocking one loose.
One loose. A lot of
Yeah.
people go one loose.
I'm not
I'll
a
go
one
one
loose
loose.
kind of guy.
Yeah, he's
You
one
wear a hat or
loose.
no hat? No hat.
Hat for sure.
Hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with this hair.
Pfizer?
Huh?
Pfizer?
No. Speaking of hats, could you draw out a better flow than Derrick?
no. I really don't think so.
Thanks, man.
That's impressive.
It's flowing.
Thank you.
It
It's
is.
flowing.
Thank you.
It's heat.
Appreciate
I mean,
that. I feel
looks
like
good.
I play on a baseball team. Like I'm
you're-
either a good relief pitcher, I'm just
Shortstop.
enjoying life.
Or
Shortstop for the
you look
Dodgers.
like a hockey player too.
I could be a hockey player.
You-
I'd be a big hockey player.
Yeah. Huge hockey player.
Yeah.
More space to take up in the goal.
You look like Chara.
I'm not.
Chara.
flexible. I'm not-
Chara.
That man hits everybody.
That man is a
NHL.
missile.
Hunter, now that you've been in the NFL for a few years and you're kind of developing and more establishing your own sort of style, and it's a little bit different than even other slot receivers and other wide receivers. Are there any receivers in the NFL now or kind of older that you grew up watching that you try to
Yeah.
model your game after and replicate?
Whenever I'm asked this question, I'll always, even though Sammy Watkins, we have no similarities in our game really,
Mm-hmm.
I'll always mention him because I grew up watching him at Clemson. He's like my favorite receiver of all time.
Really?
So I love Sammy Watkins. Cooper Kupp is someone that I love to watch for being 6'2" and the way he can get in and out of routes and cross the DBs up. It's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Watching him on film, we do a lot of similar stuff that they do. And then I like watching Cole Beasley as well, just because he's very in and out of his routes. He changes pace a lot, and I think that helps him. And that's something I've tried to taken from him is just sprint and then kind of jog and then sprint again and burst and just never have the DB be able to key on the speed of your route. Because when you burst, the DB's thinking you're going deep, and so I don't know. I love watching them. There's so many guys in the NFL I love watching, but those are two guys that
You got to play against Sammy. Did you geek out a little bit?
I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never met him before.
Did you get jersey swap yet?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm so
Absolutely.
excited.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I was like a kid in a candy store. I went up to him. I was like,
That's awesome.
Jersey swap.
When you play against guys that you either played with at Clemson or that played before you, are you like kind of prepping a little more before that game to try to look good for your alma mater
What
when you
happened,
play?
what happened in Houston?
What do you mean?
Like DeAndre Hopkins. Didn't you talk to him?
I did. He was like, I love Nuke. I mean, he's a Clemson legend. But I'd never met him before. I met him before the game.
Yeah.
And then after the season, I saw him and he was like, are you playing special teams? This was after my first year, and I was like, yeah, I'm playing special teams. And he was like, keep doing great. You'll make it eventually. I was like, Nuke, I love you, but I scored a touchdown against you. And maybe
No
he was
way.
just not thinking of, I don't know.
It's so funny.
But it was
Clemson on Clemson crime.
That's
Clemson.
that's just hateful.
Oh, you did when you play like Fresno guys. You play against like Devontae. How you feel about that?
Well, I'm getting old now to where guys are coming up like, hey, I'm so and so. You know me? I'm like, yes, man. Like I've been out of it like 2 terms now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of these guys like they don't think that I know them.
Yeah.
But I literally just saw Keyshawn the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I see these guys every week. But no, I don't. Like it's not like I'm competing against them.
Mhm.
Like most of them are offensive guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Fresno was the first school to ever have 3 players in 3 different sports, respectively, be in their Pro Bowls with
Yeah.
you, PG, and Aaron Judge.
That's right.
And it's still crazy to me to think.
Which is college dominance.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's,
Yeah. Did
It's
Clemson
still-
do that?
huh?
Clemson hasn't done that
No, yeah.
yet.
nah.
It's
No,
still crazy
impressive.
to me to think that like you could walk into like a Fresno like basketball game to watch Paul George and see like Derrick Carr, Devontae, and Aaron Judge up in the stands.
We were there.
Yeah.
We were there. I mean, one of my high school receivers, Marcus Hall,
Mhm.
played for Cal State Bakersfield, played basketball, and I mean, we're at the game, and I'm there with my buddies watching, Paul George play, and watching my high school receiver play against PG, who's my buddy now, and Aaron Judge. I tried to get him. I remember in the weight room one time, I walked up to him. I was like, "Dude, Aaron, bro, just come play tight end for us. Like, come catch a couple goal line fades." He's like, "I just don't want to get hurt, man. I think this is gonna be good for me." He made a good.
He's
he
right.
made a good decision.
Good decision.
But he's there, and the thing about those two guys though is, Aaron and PG. They're great people. Like, they are awesome. They've never changed. A lot of those Fresno guys, they never change.
Yeah.
I don't know about Clemson guys. They start getting
They probably switch up on you.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds like you with Newt. Sounds like you.
Please get mad.
I'm gonna get myself in trouble here.
No, yeah.
Man,
That's not a knock on DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
Great
No.
player,
No.
great guy.
he's been great for my
That
fantasy.
is funny though.
I think he
I'll
just,
do the last one.
he thought I was someone else.
It's just funny.
So we know Hunter, we know how Derrick got his number right. He was watching Brett Favre, right, Derrick? So you played 4. Like, how'd you get with 13?
So I was wearing number 7 in high school. My dad wore number 7. Always loved the number 7. And then when I got to Clemson, there was a bunch of number 13s before me, and it was kind of the thing to be a slot receiver and be number 13. You had Tyler Grisham, then Adam Humphries, who's with the Washington football team now, and then I just remember coming in one day and they were like, 13 looked good on you, so I wore 13. And it was
What was
like
your number? That was your number all of Clemson.
No, so my redshirt freshman year, I was
97.
no, I was number 35.
35.
Oh, gosh, dude, that's worse.
Yeah. 35 might be the worst wide receiver number possible.
I would argue that 91, we had a guy come in just to try out for the Fresno State team. He made it, and they gave him 91. And he came out and was running around, and I was
He was a
like,
receiver?
everyone's just,
You just don't want to throw it to him in that.
I'm not throwing to you.
How do you Fresno and Clemson boys feel when you're playing with basically a full team of like Alabama kids right now? You guys have so many
do
Alabama
have a
players
lot.
right now.
We do have a lot. It makes you think about just the program that they run over.
What are they doing?
I mean, it's like a factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah, and you say the one thing I say about them is they don't miss. Like, every year they're competing for the national championship.
Yeah.
They don't miss, which shows me, one, the recruiting from the beginning. I mean, they've built it. They have so much depth. They have so much depth that guys that didn't start at Alabama make NFL rosters,
Right.
get
Yeah.
drafted, things like that. And 2 is, you think about this, like I said, they don't miss. Like, if a 5-star shows up and he doesn't want to compete, well, they got 4 more.
Yeah.
In his same position whoever works harder out of you 4 5-stars is going to play.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that it's something that will go on forever.
As long as Saban's there.
As long as Saban's there.
Because they have turnover. They have so much turnover on coordinators and position coaches every year. But Saban, is unbelievable how he's able to every year just crank it out. I mean, he always says there's a lot of books out there on how to become successful, but not many on how to stay successful.
Yeah.
And shoot, he
could do
it's
it.
unbelievable. It really is.
He could write that one.
Kind of to test what you're saying. I remember watching when Tua threw the game winner in the national championship.
Yeah.
He threw it to a guy. I'm not going to say it, but he wasn't even a main receiver at the time. And I'm like, who is this guy? How is he just rounding people up?
Yeah.
Now it's Devontae Smith, the
Devontae
Heisman
Smith,
Trophy
yeah.
winner. I'm like, this dude wasn't even playing that much that year. Like,
Yeah.
imagine not playing at Alabama.
Remember that thing leaked of Urban Meyer saying it's like playing Alabama every week?
Yeah,
in the
in the
NFL.
NFL.
Yeah.
After his first game.
Which goes to your point as to a college team.
We
Would
got half of their backfield,
seriously.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you have
Henry, we got DJ
And you
Fluker
think
now.
they've gotten that much better since college?
Yes.
I hope so.
Maybe so.
he thought he tried Justin
He
Heat real
tried
quick.
Just wondering. I don't know.
Hunter,
So-
how much better do you think you are now versus in college?
I mean, I'm more knowledgeable for the NFL game, but as far as athletically, I'm the same that I've been since probably my sophomore year of college.
As his quarterback,
That's a lie.
he's a much better football player now.
Yeah.
Because I understand the game more. But the college game, I
Makes you-
understood.
So when you play each other, you're going to be playing an NFL game.
No, you're playing college game. College hashes.
You're going to give us all that room
Yeah,
in the NFL?
potentially.
God bless
Bless
America.
I mean, I don't know.
Bless him.
Yeah,
We have
one
one
more?
more question from you. Yeah, this is from another fan, and it says, "In your opinion, who is the greatest right defenseman in the history of hockey?" This is our final question.
It's the same guy who threw 22 straight completions.
Man,
Man does it all.
what a guy!
He's special. I told you, he needs to get the Halloween costume.
Pole, just
Pull right.
goalpost, right, strapped to his back,
Strapped to his back.
dirty.
Well, thank you, Derrick. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that podcast. Noah, you want to tell me where you can find more?
Yeah, if you liked what you saw, consider us following on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Harvester Sports. And while you're here, make sure to subscribe for more episodes, clips from the podcast, and some really great other content coming up that you're definitely going to want to be subscribed
Oh, yeah,
for.
we got some great guests and everything lined up for y'all. And we love y'all.